Alrighty guys, so it is raining outside and we are heading out of the workshop in just a moment, but I wanted to take this opportunity in front of the studio light to show you Karminsenrat. That's my best German and it's not getting any better, so we're not doing it again, but that is German for crimson, and that is the color scheme of this. So we went with a flat red and then our gunmetal enamel on top of that, all on a vinyl dye base coat, and we did that to match this kit. So this kit is very small. It is a miniature, I think, ACR front end from my friend Milan of Devil Z Nerf Works. He is, of course, German. He LARPs. He came to End War, and I feel like he brought this kit specifically with selling it to me in mind. So I tried to match his filament here. This is not paint. I tried to match the filament, and I got really close on the filament color. Like, you could barely tell the difference between this after I put metallic flake over it, but that looks really good. And then we've got this red crimson deep filament, and then his logo DVZ down here, full top Picatinny rail, and then we modified the Stryfe to match. So this is our full scale removal of the handles, which we are known to do. This is a custom magazine release. This is one that we design in-house, and I believe is going to be for sale eventually on Reciprocation Props Etsy. And then it also has Milan's muzzle break up here and his signature aluminum tube barrels, the bottom one being a real barrel, the top one being faux. All of that kind of mates into the Stryfe with a pseudo dentistry mod here. You could put rails on top of here. Either Milan did not give them to me, or he did not have them, or it doesn't need them, and I think that it doesn't need them. We've got the Drac logo on both sides looking ultra slick, and then Karminsenrat up top just looks really, really good. So those are vinyl logos. This vinyl logo is the first logo we've done in-house, and then this one comes to us from Custom 3D Nerf. It is hashtag just another Stryfe mod, but while we could not use the German PLA filament, we did use Filamentum, which is my favorite filament supplier. We used Filamentum Vertigo Gray to replicate this battery door housing a 2S, and you can see that the battery door here has a voltmeter built into it. That's something that Milan does, so we totally knocked it off and built one that's very smooth, has really good layer adhesion, and kind of shows off this particular brand of PLA, which honestly matches the gunmetal very nicely and therefore kind of comes close to his. Now, we've loaded it up with a 22 mag. I do want to fire the Karminsenrat for you, but before I do that, I want to mention that this translucent motor cover is from Biggs in Z. So it's Big S in Z. He's a New Zealander. He sends me all of my current resin pieces, and this is just a really cool motor cover. It's for 180s, but what it's doing in this case is it's showcasing that ultra sexy production Nix cage, and you can see that the Nix cage is serial number 112, which is the emergency number in Germany, because unlike Ghostbusters in the States, this is who you call. I just thought that was a cool little include, and since that serial number had not been claimed in the Kickstarter, I could set it aside for this build. So it's a little bit of my work, a little bit of Milan's work, a little bit of a lot of other people, and just a whole lot of very mean Stryfe. It's hyper accurate as to be expected out of the Nix cage, and then of course, it's running Fang revamped motors, because why would you run anything else? Take a couple of shots for distance. Woo! So we're just shooting laser beams downrange. Loving it. And we're out. So that is our Karminsenrat. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I built it because I felt like I had to complement these parts somehow, but I just really started grabbing the coolest stuff I had from End War and throwing it all into a build. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Maybe it will wind up being a Patreon giveaway. There's actually a very strong probability that that is where it winds up eventually. It is a very expensive build, and I would hate to throw it onto eBay land. It seems like it would be far better appreciated by patrons. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you're interested in Patreon builds or entering that giveaway of sorts, all you have to do is check out my Patreon in the description box below and in the end screen coming up. And much love, and Nerf on, and Drac out!